The game centers around a lunar base and a distant future with 80s retro-like vibes to it. Think aesthetics like what we saw in Ridley Scott's Alien back in 1979. When the lunar base goes dark one day, the main protagonist must explore abandoned malls and hidden quarters in order to find out what happened to everybody. There wasn't much gameplay shown off of what the developers have said, and what we saw in the trailer, it seems to at some point on Xbox Series X and Xbox One as well as PC. Number 13, Vice Sweet Carol. Number 12, Death Ground. Dinosaur horror game releasing in 2025 that has my attention. In fact, Deathground is a survival horror game that I have been following since its initial announcement back in 2020. Since then, my hype for this game has only grown. Deathground looks to take a lot of inspiration from Alien Isolation as it pits the players against AI-controlled dinosaurs with minimum resources to help them escape. Hell, you even have a motion tracker that reminds me of the one seen in Alien Isolation. Unlike Alien Isolation though, Deathground will be a 3-player co-op experience that'll allow you to team up with your friends against these dinosaurs on multiple maps. Some of the sequences that we've seen look really good as the dinosaurs look absolutely terrifying. I'm actually really excited about this project as in my eyes, it'll probably be the best dinosaur horror game of the year. Deathground looks to release on PC sometime in 2025. Number 11, Ill. I've known about this game for a while now, but until recently I thought it died. I wasn't too confident in this project, and there were a lot of discussions surrounding this game claiming that it was promising a lot of things that it wasn't going to deliver on, and it was being compared to the day before in that regard. But then, out of nowhere, a gameplay trailer dropped and I'm once again hyped for this game. Now, full disclosure, this game could still come out and absolutely fail to deliver, but until proven otherwise, I'm still going to root for it. As for the game itself, the developers seem very ambitious about this project as the gameplay footage and trailers seem to be combining a lot of the best elements of survival horror games. For one, the monster designs appear to be top-notch. I mean, if these visuals are as impressive as they look in the trailers, some of these monsters look absolutely horrifying. The developers promise an immersive story, mind-blowing body horror and limb dismemberment features, and an interactive world that'll require strategy and weapon crafting to fully explore and complete everything it has to offer. Again, it's a very ambitious indie horror game, and it's something that could very well be one of the best indie horror games of all time if it manages to deliver on everything it's promising. It currently doesn't have a release date, but based on the recent gameplay footage drop, it seems to be hinting at a 2025 release date on PC. Number 10, Reanimal.
Walking down the street tonight, under sharp and pale moonlight. See the shadows whisper low, feel the craving start to grow. Brains, brains for me, hungry and wild I plead. Brains, brains insane, feeding this crazy brain. Eyes are searching in the dark, for a victim, for a spark. Heartbeat racing fast and loud, in the silence of the crowd. Brains, brains for me, hungry and wild I plead. Brains, brains insane, feeding this crazy brain. Eyes are searching in the dark, for a victim, for a spark. Heartbeat racing fast and loud, in the silence of the crowd. Brains, brains for me, hungry and wild I plead. Brains, brains insane, feeding this crazy brain. In the chaos of the night, mindless hunger takes its flight. Echoes in the empty halls, hear the primal instinct call. Brains, brains for me, hungry and wild I plead. Brains, brains insane, feeding this crazy brain. In the chaos of the night, mindless hunger takes its flight. Echoes in the empty halls, hear the primal instinct calls. Brains, brains for me, hungry and wild I plead. Brains, brains insane, feeding this crazy brain.
Shadows on the street, cold wind in my hair, footsteps getting close. I feel the fear everywhere, everywhere. Eyes in the dark, hands reaching out. Shadows on the street, panting in the night. I try not to shout. Run, run from the shadows. Zombies on my trail. Heartbeats louder now. I can't let myself fail. Broken streetlights flicker. Night turns into lace. I keep on pushing forward through the zombie haze. I can't let time to look behind. Just keep moving fast. Evil in their eyes. Hope this won't be my last. Echoes in the alleys. Screams fill the air. Survivors just like me, fighting off despair. Everywhere, eyes in the dark, hands reaching out.
A connection really to how things feel right now with this Oblivion remake. Although I again still don't get, as I'll rant about later in this video, the shadow drop part of this whole Oblivion remake. This does remind me a lot of Fallout 4. Every crumb on the table when it comes to Oblivion remake is like a full meal for people. Like, oh, there's a little piece there. So we're gonna talk about those little pieces here today, and then again dive into what's going on with ZeniMax Online Studios, because a lot of people think they're sunsetting Elder Scrolls Online, but it's doing anything but that. And I'll start to break down a lot of Bethesda's kind of structure of their online games versus their single player games. So we'll really get into the thick of it there. But ladies and gentlemen, if you've been around here for a while, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me on this journey to whatever this Oblivion remake is going to end up being. And if you're new here, you're interested in what's going on with Oblivion remake, I don't know, feel like I got a bunch more videos in me, so consider subscribing.
No time to look behind.
Breadcrumb time. All right, here we go. So let's start off with Nate the Hate, who is one of the original sources of the Oblivion remake leak. I mean, this goes back so far between the Reddit post, the Virtuos, all the way to the FTC leak. Again, as I said in our last video, when people were really doubting the legitimacy of this game, I just say that there's just way too much smoke, way too much evidence. It's way too out there for it to have not been shut down by someone somewhere. So it's obviously real, and Nate the Hate has doubled down on that. He says, I have no concerns about the Oblivion remake being legit or it coming in April. So what has happened now is I am struggling as a gamer. I went ahead and finished up my Lies of P playthrough to the chapter 9, so now that is good to go, where it's ready for the DLC, and I'm just doing a little procrastinating gaming. I'm basing my whole schedule around, like, this can drop at any time, and it damn well better be good. But I have been working around where I'm like, do I commit to, like, Death Stranding now? I don't know if I want to commit to Death Stranding now, because I'll definitely drop it when Oblivion remake comes out. It's been tough out here, y'all. It's been tough out here, but seems like April's still the month, so we don't have to worry too much about that. The question is, when in April? Right now, we are still in the front half of April, and Nate the Hate is locking in the second half. The original rumor was that it was going to be the third week of April. That came from Detective Seeds. However, I do have to say that Detective Seeds has since deleted his Twitter account. And that's usually to me not a vote of confidence that a leaker has been spot on. I mean, I get it, the public spotlight sucks and all, but that's usually not a pretty big vote of confidence as to, you know, the legitimacy of said leak. So right now, just leaning into what Nate the Hate had to say, second half of April. All right, so start making your gaming plans around that. Sometime in the last 2 weeks of April, we'll be playing the Oblivion remake. But then it gets really interesting. Jeff Grubb has now stepped into the leaker ring when it comes to the Oblivion remake. And according to this headline from GameSpot, Oblivion remake will shadow drop at any moment this month. The long-rumored remake of Bethesda's popular 2006 RPG, The Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion, continues to come into focus. Reporter Jeff Grubb of GameSpot's sister site Giant Bomb offered an update on the project today during game-breaking news, saying he expects the game to release soon. In fact, Grubb said he expects Bethesda to shadow drop the game, quote, at any moment this month, end quote. That means Bethesda would announce and release the game at or around the same time, it appears. So this is what's driving me a little bit insane with it all, okay? Because when it comes to Shadow Drop, I feel like they're usually aligned with a significant event. You know, when we got the Hi-Fi Rush Shadow Drop, when we're looking at a Bethesda Shadow Drop, we got Hi-Fi Rush during the first ever Developer Direct. That really was a surge of excitement, even if Tango unfortunately ended up shutting down. We've since got some numbers on the sales for Hi-Fi Rush thanks to Alinea Analytics. It seems like maybe if you combine in Xbox sales, this game crossed over 1 million sales. So for like the hardcore gamer, Hi-Fi Rush was this like, whoa, oh my god, but for like the masses, it didn't seem to reach out there. So it's just, number one, weird Bethesda's gonna go ahead and do this again. But the thing I just can't shake about the Shadow Drop, the true thing I cannot shake is how weird it is. As we'll talk about in a little bit with the Elder Scrolls IP, it has been since Elder Scrolls Online that I think Elder Scrolls fans have truly got something substantial. Now you could make the argument like, okay, Maddie, we haven't gotten anything in a long while, and in terms of something new in the mainline series, it's been ages. It's been since Skyrim. So yeah, we don't want to wait once we first hear about it. That is good for the fan, and that is why I'm not complaining, but I think about it from the business angle, and there has to be something we don't know. I say that, I'm getting my conspiracy board out here again. I say that because when you look at what Bethesda has done, they've even pre-announced Elder Scrolls Castles. Elder Scrolls Castles. That got pre-announced. They've done it with Blades. They've done it with Legends. These are the 3 spin-off Elder Scrolls. I'm sorry, Elder Scrolls fans. Y'all have had it rough. These are the 3 games that have come out from the Elder Scrolls IP since ESO, which I think was the last significant release in that franchise. That's absurd. And you're telling me the next thing, the actual next big thing Elder Scrolls fans get is a Shadow Drop. That's extremely exciting, but to me, from a business angle, it just says something. You wouldn't make a marketing campaign out of this, you wouldn't build this up, even for a month or a couple of weeks, you wouldn't do that. What's going on here? And again, it goes back to my expectation, which is just going to be a very pretty version of Oblivion. Have your expectations in check. I think there is a place for that in the market, especially with Sky Oblivion existing. You have a pretty version of the thing you remember when you were younger, and then you have like the full-on overhaul that we always dreamed of from the fans. Still, it drives me insane because Bethesda has the experience of a game that just shadow dropped, and eventually, while it wasn't just, I think, solely Hi-Fi Rush, but like consecutive underperformances from Tango, it did result in the almost closure of Tango until Krafton got their hands on them. So there's a risk there, and my very skeptical, pessimistic look at it is like, they might be looking at Sky Oblivion going, this is the only way to generate hype. Okay, so with that rant off my chest now, the question is, again, if we're working with Shadow Drop type energy here, what is the event it Shadow Drops with? Does it just drop on like a random Wednesday? Like, hey, it's out. Here you go. I don't feel like that makes sense again. Like, there's got to be some level of like gathering people so a lot of folks can see it at once. So when it happens, you know, if it's going to be word of mouth marketing, it just spreads like wildfire. At least that's what my thought would be as someone with zero marketing experience, might I add. But hey, I'm a fan of good marketing, so what can I say? So now we look at Elder Scrolls Online, because the Elder Scrolls Online Direct just happened. And a lot of people were saying, this is going to be where the Oblivion remake is announced. And to that I say, why did anyone ever have that idea? I'm not trying to be mean, of course. That's not what I'm about. But like, why would that ever be someone's idea? Because the way that Bethesda's single-player games versus their online games have thrived is the online games have thrived in an environment where you have not got exactly what you wanted, and this was the next best option. Now, I do think ESO is amazing. Would I play Skyrim over ESO, though? Every single day of the week. ESO is still fantastic. Y'all gotta stop slandering ESO. But Fallout 76 thrived in a similar pocket. There has been nothing except the Fallout TV show since 76 dropped. When it comes to Elder Scrolls Online, there's been nothing except the 3 games I mentioned before, which were nothing like what you were looking for in the Elder Scrolls franchise. So ESO, for the last 11 years, has been the go-to option if you just want something new in Elder Scrolls. And that's the way ESO tries, ESO has thrived. So for people to think that ZeniMax Online Studios is going to step out and be like, here's our new plan for Elder Scrolls Online moving into the future. By the way, here's the thing you've really been waiting for. That just steals their own thunder. They don't want that. They want
Shoot!
Down in the deep south, folks spin tales about the Grand Tapestry, an invisible weave holding our world together. They say the Grand Tapestry is torn by folk sorrows, and these damaged threads give rise to them evil spirits called haints. But every great while, a mighty storm brews, awakening a powerful force. A weaver, gifted with the power to reach into the past and mend folks' deep wounds. With enchanted hooks in hands, this weaver can banish haints and reweave the tapestry's threads, restoring the land so life can bloom again, fresh and new. The last weaver vanished long ago, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Our tale begins deep in the heart of Chickasaw County, in a speck of a town called Prospero, where the last weaver was last seen. That evening, Hazel's mama was running late, driving home through a storm that seemed hell-bent on drowning the whole South. Meanwhile, our Hazel is packing an emergency box, fixing to evacuate quickly. A hurricane brewing on the horizon, and a mighty big one at that.
Man, I miss singing on the bus with these guys. Wish we had another meet. Another medal, too. We was fast as hell. Mom should be back by now. Probably got sucked into work again. Typical. I shouldn't be doing all this packing by myself. But here I am. What's coming with me? There goes the flash flood warnings. Like clockwork.
Flash flooding and high water conditions are expected to cause peril in many parts of the outlying county. Radar and automated
I asked Mama for a doll and got this thing instead. I know he's weird looking, but I can't help but love him. Storm's never been this bad before. was the day Mama threw up on me after getting off that wacky world. Almost passed out from laughing so hard. Wish she still had that kind of time for me. Things got tense with Mama last time I visited you at the mausoleum, Dad. She'll never explain why she and Grandma Bunny got bad blood. I gotta stop reminiscing and start packing, for real.
Whew, it is really picking up out there. You ready to go?
I was over here all alone.
I'm sorry, I know. I swung by the shelter because there was a leak in the roof, and then I had to drive folks back and forth to Jolene's to ride out the storm. Besides, you are young and spry, my little track star. Oh, shoot, we got 5 minutes. Let's go. Did you pack everything?
Mama, I'm grown. This ain't my first hurricane. I know what to do.
As long as you didn't forget the...
Flashlights and batteries. You had the blankets?
Yes, because I have my...
Hurricane checklist. Is that a smiley face?
Hey, Hazel, think fast.
Oh, come on, Mama. We don't have room for my track shoes.
You know how expensive those things are. You best find somewhere to pack them.
And pack them light. Yeah, I know.
What'd you say?
I said, and pack them light.
Pack a bag, then pack it light. Hey, pack your bags, then pack them light.
You think this place will still be here? After?
I called Hurricane Lulu, and she said we good.
Mama, I'm serious. What if it's different this time?
That's not for you to worry about. And now we got 4 minutes. Did you just suck your teeth in me?
I won't be rushed if you didn't.
Don't mumble. Speak on it.
I said we wouldn't be rushed if you didn't waste all that time at the shelter.
Waste time?
That's not what I meant. It's just... you left me to prep for a hurricane by myself.
Oh, I thought you was grown.
What if we called up Bunny and go over there? You know, the mansion with the hurricane-proof windows?
Now, you want to bring this up right now.
I'm just saying.
We are going to Jolene's church with everybody else like we always do.
Whatever.
And don't roll your eyes at me.
I wasn't even looking at you.
I made those eyes. I know when they rolling.
I just don't understand why we can't go over there. Bunny still can, even if Daddy's dead. Just tell me
Hazel,
why.
please. Just please go over to Bo's and Mrs. Pearl's. Check on them. They may need help.
We might need some help. I might need some help. While you're out helping everybody else.
Damn it! No. Your great-grandmother made this.
You never told me that.
I shouldn't have to tell you something is important for you not to break it.
Well, maybe if you did, you still have a coffee mug.
This world existed before I brought you into it, Hazel Flood. Remember that next time you go around thinking you know everything. Hazel! Everything I do for you.
Whatever. There's no getting through to her. Whatever. Let me go check on Bo. Oh, and those damn dogs are always up to something. Hey, Miss Pearl, are you there? I guess I'll go check on Bo first then.
Hold on now. God damn it.
Oh, Hazel! Oh, come on in and grab some punch. Ugh, it is fucked up out here.
Well, I came here to check on you, but it looks like you're riding this storm out in style.
Oh, yeah. Me and the pups are having a hurricane party. Yep, ain't no storm got me yet. And if things go south, I got my boat. You sure you don't want some punch?
I've got to go check on Mrs. Pearl.
Hey, it ain't my dogs pooping on her grass. My dogs are gentlemen. Yes, you are.
Better make sure Miss Pearl's taking this seriously.
Don't ride, baby. Come on. Don't worry about it. Don't you worry about it. Don't you worry about it. It's all good. We all getting in the house tonight.
I miss Sadie. Well, at least the Goodmans won't have to worry about repairs anymore.
What you doing on my porch in all of this weather, baby?
I'm just checking on you, see if you need anything. You holding up okay?
I'm doing just fine. Been doing this longer than you've been alive. Why don't you come in for a second?
I should probably head back.
Come in, have some gizzards. I'm cooking them all before the power goes out.
You know I can't say no to your cooking.
There's a bee in your bonnet. I can tell.
Just frustrated with Mama. She stayed late at the shelter and left me all alone.
Lacey does enjoy her work. She could stand a moment's rest.
Right? She's all over the place all the time.
She's got a good heart. Just wants everyone to be okay all the time, you know?
Yeah, I know. You need some help in there?
Thanks, hon. I'm almost done. What else is on your mind?
What you know about Buddy?
Why you barking up that tree for?
It's hard not to. Mama never so much as talks about her.
Well, does she ever look in on you?
No, I guess not.
Sometimes people are privy to things that we aren't. Your mama is doing what she thinks is best. Oh, Jesus.
Mama!
Hazel!
Come on! Mom! What the? Hang on! I can't lose you too! Shit! Hold on! Mama!
Hazel! It's not safe! Get faster!
What the fuck? Holy shit. What just happened? How did I get back to the shore? No. That doesn't sound good. Shit! It took out the bridge! Mama, I'm coming! I'm gonna make it. God damn it, I can't! I'm not fast enough. I'm always fast enough. What is it? Bunny. She's gotta help me. The bridge! Gotta get across. Bunny's house is uphill. She's always fine during storms. If I can get to her place, she can get help from Mama. What was that? I must be seeing things. Okay, can't give up now. Oh, shit! Help! Please! My mama! We need help! Can anybody hear me? Please! Anybody! Whoa! Oh, that was almost broke. Whoa! Jeez! Please hold. Hey, Dad. Headed to your old place. Got no other options. I'm so scared for Mama. Dad, if you're up there, keep her safe. Ah! Gotta go around. What is all that? That can't be real. Hope they'll help me. I know y'all in there.
Excuse me. You can't just show up unannounced.
I have to talk to Bunny.
Well, she is rested. You're gonna have to come back tomorrow.
It can't wait.
What is all this racket?
Hey, Grandma?
Is that Hazel? You've gotten taller. What brought you sopping wet to my doorstep this evening?
I told her you were rested, but she just...
Nonsense, Lily. That's my only grandchild down there. What can we do for you?
The trailer got swept downstream with Mama in it, and I
Swept down in the river in that tin can of a home?
I tried to catch her, but I couldn't keep up. There's no one in town. I saw the lights on here, and I came for help.
And we will. In the morning.
But you know people. Can you call the sheriff or something?
You know rescue services are paused in the middle of a hurricane, dear.
You're acting like you don't even care.
Mind your tone, please.
You don't understand. It ain't just about Mama. I'm seeing these things. These strands in the air. I'm scared.
Strands?
Yeah. Yeah. There is something big out there.
Lily.
Yes, ma'am?
Clearly my granddaughter is not in her right mind right now. Afraid for her mother and all. Ready a guest room.
Yes, ma'am.
Poor thing. You've been through a lot tonight. Come sit down for a minute. I'll take care of this.
Where am I? A dream. What a strange dream. These strands, I've seen them before. Are they saying my name? They're saying my name.
What are you doing here? How interesting.
Who are you? What are you doing in my dream?
Hazel? Hazel!
I'm right here! Ma! Can you see me?
Oh God, my baby! My baby bug! No! You're not gonna make it! Ah!
Ma! I'm right here! I'm okay! Ma! Ma! Ma, wake up! Mama? The trailer. Mama? Oh no. Grandma? Bunny! Lily! We gotta find Mama! Hey, open the door!
It's my only option, I guess.
The strands are still here. Maybe it wasn't a dream. The strands. That stuff. That thing last night. What's happening?
I can't believe Bunny. I'm sorry, Grandma locked me in there.
All right. How do I get out of here? Unraveling stigma. What the hell does that mean? Can Bunny see strands too? Huh? I wonder what happened. Feels sad. I wish you were here, Dad. Does she lock all the doors in here? Is there something behind that shelf? Huh. Rich people's houses. Those voices are getting louder. There's something up here. Holy shit. Do these control you? What is all this? I feel like I'm going insane.